Jamal Niaz here with Frazer Clarke ahead of a stacked Manchester fight week here. How surreal is it for you to be fighting on the same card as Ricky Hatton? I've seen that you went round to his house and you bonded over your love for Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah, Ricky's a great guy, mate. Growing up, watched him, you know, he was a real fan favourite, normal guy like myself. Of course it's nice, it'd be a nice moment, you know, to watch him and, you know, just see what he's still got.
Because where he was at the beginning of the year in terms of his physical health, the transformation is absolutely incredible, and you know he's made it no secret about the demons that he's faced and everything that he's overcome. How proud are you of him to see how he's transformed himself physically as well as overcoming everything mentally as well?
Yeah, it's nice to see good people in good places, you know. Ricky's a top man, normal human. I've got a lot of time for him, so big up to him. A massive well done. You know, I'm getting in shape. It makes you feel good getting in shape. Anyone in the world wake up in the morning, go to the gym, makes you feel good. He feels better for it, so yeah, I'm happy for him.
He was at the top of his game when you was out in the amateurs. So sharing that experience with him and him saying such kind words about yourself, saying that you'll be at the top of the game one day, it must fill you with so much pride and joy.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all right, and it's lovely to hear good, nice compliments. But I don't take compliments too well. No, to be honest, you know, I know that you got to get your finger out and do a lot of work, you know, in order to get to where you need to be. So, no, I love Ricky. I appreciate his comments. Just a all-round top man.
Because, like all top athletes, you are your own worst critic, and you didn't have anything to be critical about in your last fight, but you were annoyed about what your opponent brought to the ring. It was as soon as your opponent took a shot from you, he looked like he didn't want to be in there, and I remember you just shrugged your shoulders like, what is this guy here for? You want to get the rounds in and get that experience in, and you were disappointed after it, weren't you?
It's one of them things, you know. It's boxing. I wasn't happy at the time. Looking back at it now, it's another experience, isn't it? You know, it's been and gone. I'll leave it in the past because, like you say, the disappointment was definitely there, but I got out of it unscathed. He's okay. Both earned a few quid. Well, I need to forget about it. I want to be learning in fights, you know.
Yeah. And you have been very active in your debut year as a pro, even going through an injury as well. Just looking at your opponent this weekend, a seasoned veteran, someone that's durable. Hopefully, that someone's going to give you those rounds that you're looking for. What do you make of him?
Yeah, proper fight, proper opponent. A lot of respect for him in terms of him as a boxer and a man. He's quite a respectful person. No bullshit between us, you know. Just both been training away. We'll have a fight on Saturday. Simple as that. You know, let's see where I'm at. He's tough. He's sort of the bogeyman of the division. Let's see where I'm at.
Do you find it easy to switch off post-fight? Because it's coming to that Christmas time now where you're going to be spending time with your family, trying to relax. Your brain seems to be always ticking like most top athletes do. Straight after you've won on Saturday night, are you just going to be thinking about the next one, or are you actually going to find it easy to just switch off and spend that time with the family?
I'm going to go in the gym and do some learning, spend some time with the family, do some nice things. You know, got some nice things. Go and see Santa. We'll go down to London. We'll go everywhere, do all the nice family things. But I'll still be in the gym 3-4 days a week, learning. You have to take every opportunity when you know you're not going to be fighting. There's a chance to learn. So I'll be doing that.
The last boxing event that took place at the Manchester Arena was Joe Joyce versus Joseph Parker. Someone that you're very familiar with. What did you make of that performance? And obviously Joseph Parker's signed up with Boxer as well, so that would be an easy fight to make down the line for yourself as well.
Yeah, you know, credit to both men. Joe Joyce was amazing that night. Joe Parker was amazing as well. Me and Joe Parker, it's light years away, isn't it? You know, if I get to that level, which I will do, but you know, it's not something I'm really thinking of at the minute, you know.
And then obviously on the flip side as well, Tyson Fury, Dereck Chisora, it's been getting a lot of headlines, hasn't it? You know, Tyson has been very open in defending the aspect of the fight, that it is a fair fight, and Dereck does deserve to be in there. But a lot of people are saying that, you know, you're asking fans to spend the hard-earned money on a fight that the first two were landslide victories for Tyson Fury. Any boxing fan will say that, but we all know what Dereck has given to the sport, and he does deserve a payday. What do you actually make of this situation?
Well, I think if you look at the card, I think Frank Warren's put on a fantastic card. You know, you've got Daniel Dubois fighting on in the card, massive talent. You could argue that you could pay for him to go and see him fight equally. I understand where people are coming from and get the frustration, but I'm telling you now, don't sleep on Dereck Chisora. He's not the man to be messed with. If you're going in there half-hearted, he'll upset you. He will do. So, it's like I get where people are coming from, but let's see what happens.
Obviously, as an athlete yourself, you're going to see criticisms online. You're going to see people sort of putting downers on the sport as well. With everything that's happened recently, that being one of the factors where people, particularly from an MMA background, where people will say that the guys in the UFC are fighting the best constantly, week in and week out, and we don't necessarily see it enough in boxing, coupled with the unfortunate controversy with Conor Benn as well. How does it make you feel about the sport when you see these slanders said online? Because as a fight fan, I'm definitely seeing it week in and week out. Those two things coupled together.
I love boxing. I'm a fighter. I'm active. I'm in the game. I can only do my part. People are going to talk online. Aren't they? Look, I get shit online every day. I'm fat. I'm useless. I'm shit. It is what it is, mate. I don't really lose too much sleep over it, to be honest. But yeah, I think I understand what people say about the UFC. It's entertaining. There's 50-50 fights, and boxing does need to do better. And I believe that 2023 is a big turnaround year for boxing. The promoters, Eddie, Frank, Ben Shalom, in this country, and obviously all the small all promoters as well, they'll play their part and do the right thing, and they'll make good fights. I think don't knock them, because without them, what we got? You know what I mean?
Do you think that the celebrity aspect of what's happened to sport? I know Eddie Hearn and a few other guys in the past have said that it is actually aiding the sport in terms of bringing young fans to the sport. But as yourself, you want to go the traditional route, don't you? You want to fight the best of the best, the guys that are fully committed to the sport. How do you think that transfers to guys like yourself when you've got Mayweather fighting KSI's brother at the weekend?
You don't even know his name, do you? KSI's brother.
I'll give him respect. It's Deji.
Yeah, it's a load of bollocks, isn't it? But if it makes people happy, people are paying to see it, aren't there? So there's a market for it. There's not a lot you can say a lot about it, not a lot you can do about it. So if you don't like it, don't watch it. If you do, watch it and be entertained. Floyd Mayweather. He can sort of do what he wants, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's up to people like myself, real fighters. We're in a different world to them. It's two different worlds. That ain't really boxing, is it? You know what I mean? It's like, and these celebrities, they're fucking mental, because there's nothing worse than getting it in the solar plex or kidney shot or on the bridge of the nose. It fucking hurts, they're mad. So hopefully, if I was one of the one boxing them, I wouldn't take the piss, but I'd let them know, this ain't a joke. I'd sink a couple in now and then. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they'll come back. I think in a couple of years they'll all realise, this is hard work. It'll be over before you know it.
Because as a purist yourself, you also want to financially look after your family as well. So there might become a point in your career where things do align, and you might find yourself with an offer to be on one of those cards. Is it a tough sell to yourself, or would you actually be open to it if it made sense for you personally and financially as well?
Yeah, probably call me a hypocrite. Of course I would. If it looked after my kids, I'd do whatever. I'll go and brush the streets of Manchester if it means I'm getting paid while looking after the kids. Sort of is what it is, but at the same time I keep my dignity, and if I was going to go in there I'd make entertaining, I'd knock them spark out. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go in there messing about, none of the games and that. If I was going to fight, I'm fighting for real. We'll see a lot, we'll see how Tommy Fury gets on, because he's a proper fighter. So I hope he keeps to his word and goes in there and smashes the fella to pieces, to be honest.
You always bring the excitement when we're in there, Frazer, and I'm looking forward to it on Saturday night. Best of luck, man.